would it sound like if the cylinders were firing at evenly spaced intervals? Left, right, left, right, left, right. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Christian? That's what we're talking about here. The GT350's V8 fires evenly between its two banks of cylinders, left, right, left, right. So it sounds more blah than it does blah, 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 blah. So it does this because it has a flat plane crank. And don't get hung up in this word flat plane. That describes the way the crankshaft looks. And you're never going to see the crankshaft in this car. The thing you need to remember is a flat plane V8 fires evenly, and that matters. Why? It makes more power.
What horsepower?
526, I think, was the final count.
Rev, 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 rev.
Brake, brake, brake.
Yeah! Woo! Yeah, we got low gear.
Back there,
Mustang fun right here, kids.
I think my face is peeling off.
Stops well, doesn't it?
Stops really well.
These Mustangs have a tremendous amount of bite, especially initial bite in the brake zone. It stops right now, right real hard. Oh. I love the way the steering feels. You know what else I love is we come off this corner, boy, it puts the power down.
Yeah, a couple times there, you were going for the gas, and I thought, uh-oh, we're going around here.
Like right there.
Yeah. Nail it, gas, 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 give me sideways.
Start line right now, they are rolling up the start line.
If you ever decide to drag race your Ferrari, there's a little bit of an issue. Since the 812 can't do a standing burnout, there's almost no way to get heat into the tires. Kind of a necessity when you're running on a prep surface.
Wow, that's cool, look.
My plan was I'd bypass the water box, back up as far as possible, and with everything switched off, whack the throttle in the mostly futile hope of creating a little bit of heat. And yes, it required total concentration, so I kept my mouth shut.
Johnny, hold on.
Uh-oh. Johnny's just tried to do a burnout, but at the wrong time, been told off. It's because he's in a Ferrari. If I'd have done that in the Hellcat, they would have been cool with it. Good burnout. Okay, Johnny, we know this car has every incredibly sophisticated piece of equipment known to mankind to allow you to slide it in complete control.
Right.
Just turn all that off.
Right. No more slip slide.
Yeah.
Right.
Bumpy road mode, soft
Yeah.
suspension, bit more
Yeah.
progression, second gear,
Yeah.
give it death.
Okay, ready?
Do
Here we
it.
go.
I want to see 100.
Yeah. Jesus.
So it's got all the power and all the balance, but it's a completely different control interface, so it's trickier. Trickier. Come on, Jonathan. I don't know that's his name. It's not Jonathan, is it? No. Sounds better.
Man, it's just like one dab of the power and it just...
Nailed it in the Hellcat.
This is considerably harder.
Liebman is back. Johnny Block is gone.
Just revs so fast, it just tosses the rear end out.
Good news is my job is still safe.
Well, at least it's only $500,000.
I mean, really, judging as a car, right?
Yeah.
The Golf is a far better car than a Focus is.
Again, only engineers care. I would say they got the big stuff right here. Steering wheel, excellent.
Great.
Shifter, better than the Volkswagen.
Wait, go back to steering wheel. Steering, unbelievable. This is an electrically power-assisted front-wheel drive-based car that has no torque steer, and yet all of this information's coming through. Brilliant.
They did a good job. And then, you know, it's kind of, this is about as good as a front-wheel drive based car can get in terms of steering.
Oh, yeah.
This is up there with like the old Integras, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's real good.
This is unbelievable.
Why are we on a drag strip?
Because we're going to drag race, but hold on, I have to engage launch control.
Oh, so if I went right now, you wouldn't be able to launch. So in the real world, this is a faster car, but you have like a M5-esque 15-step process to get the launch control activated?
Driver assist, hold on, launch control. I got it. Okay, ready?
No, I'm not ready. You have more power, more torque, more tire, a better all-wheel drive system, and a wing. This is hope. There's not even a way to launch this Volkswagen hard. This is hopeless.
Why do you think you're in the Volkswagen?
All right, you know what? I refuse to lose another one of these. Cue the intern.
Seriously?
You're the one who insisted on being in the Ford, so that's what you get.
All right, I'm ready now. 3, 2, 1, go.
We beat the Prius. Winner, chicken dinner.
All right. Enough of this gimmick crap.
Drag races are never gimmicks, but yes, let's do that.
The Ford leaves the VW for dead on the track.
Oh, they're in completely different leagues. And part of that is due to the tires. And part of it's due to torque vectoring all-wheel drive. That makes a huge difference. But while I agree with you that that car is slightly more fun on the track, it's not really fun when you're just driving.
It's not special. Like at the gas station this morning, the kids came up to look at this one, and I'm like, hey guys, I'm right here, also in a cool hot hatch, and they didn't care.
No.
They didn't care.
And $40,000. That's real money. And so my question is, if you're spending real money on what is effectively a compact economy car, do you want a really good car, or are you spending that money for fun?
I'd be spending that money for fun.
Even with the Ford's ride quality?
Even with the ride quality.
Even with that silly spoiler?
Even with that wing.
Yeah, me too.
What I love about convertibles is they give you an excuse to do away with the normal car guy posturing. I don't have to be all serious about going fast. I can smile and relax and just enjoy the simple pleasures of driving a super capable super sports car along a mountain road. I have flip-flops on. I have a overpriced cup of bad coffee. I have my iPhone plugged in and Apple CarPlay working. Hey Siri, play me some non-copyrighted music. Thanks. It's not as exciting as the horsepower, but you have to admire where Ferrari puts the driver in the car and the tools the company provides. You have a large open windshield afforded by not having a big bulging hood in front of you. You have a large diameter steering wheel. You don't have to turn it far or hard. You notice too how quick the steering, brakes, and throttle react. And at first that can seem like the car is overreacting, but what you're really doing is your inputs are too fast because you've been used to driving cars that don't respond this quickly to everything. This car responds quick to every input. It's light and responsive, not twitchy. It allows you to drive at terrific speeds without working hard, without flexing your biceps. You don't have to manhandle it. You can drive without sweating because of the work you're doing on the pedals and the steering. It's mostly how fast you're going that might make you sweat. You can talk about all the math that's happening underneath this car to make it drive the way it does and make me feel the way it does. But the truth is, all this stuff is happening just to make me happy. What's special here, though, is that Ferrari's retained so much of what makes the 488 GTB Coupe with negligible downsides. In fact, you can make the argument that the experience is better without the roof. Overall, though, it's a reminder that driving doesn't have to be all cool guy mix sunglasses. It can be simple and fun, even if it takes complex means to get there.
Yep, it's me. I'm back. You see, Johnny and Jason have been having way too much fun lately, so I figured it was about time I got to drive something loud, fast, and expensive. so they're getting you Ford. The good news is, this isn't just any Ford. This is the new Ford GT. It's got 647 horsepower. It'll do 216 miles an hour, and it costs $450,000. So yeah, it's loud, it's fast, and it's expensive. It's a race car for the road, and it might just be the greatest performance car Ford has ever built. Oh yeah. But even the stuff you can see has a cool story to tell. When Ford designers started working on this car, they had three themes in mind, referencing the original GT40, designing for maximum aerodynamic efficiency on the racetrack, and just creating something that looked gorgeous. And as you can see, they've kind of combined all three. Now you can see a lot of the GT40 around the front of the car, particularly this line across the nose and the general shape of the front headlights. When you start getting around the side of the car though, it's all about aerodynamic efficiency. And this vent down here is hugely important. This enables an awful lot of air to bleed out from underneath the front of the car and allow the foil-shaped front floor to develop maximum downforce. Back here, the intercoolers are right out and in the cool, clean airflow. And pressurized air goes up through tubes inside these flying buttresses and directly into the engine. Now you can see how the cabin has been tapered and pulled right back, right over the compact V6 engine. And that's to allow the maximum amount of air to come through here to the rear wing.